You're listening to Exploring Anime with Friends, a JMO for Real podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and all major podcasting networks. I'm your host, JMO! And today's friend is my wife and co-host. How's it going today, Sarah?
Hi, everyone. It's going great today.
Awesome. Are you excited to conclude seasons 2 and 3 of Exploring Anime with Friends?
Oh, yes, I am.
Today will be our favorite anime of seasons 2 and 3. So yeah, we're definitely excited to share that with you. We'll be giving our top 10. The movies were the season 3 and the anime were the season 2. Going forward, we're going to combine it all into one season, so we are just going to be releasing season 4 next, so I will let you know that. A little bit of housekeeping out of the way at the beginning there. And man, there were a lot of great ones to choose from,
Oh, yes,
right?
there were.
Oh my goodness. The list is just amazing. So I guess we're just going to dive right in and give you a little bit of a preview for season 4 at the end.
Ooh.
All right. So first we'll start off with some honorable mentions, okay? See, honorable mentions. What are you going to do? What are you going to give us, Sarah?
I know this was like maybe not an anime, but maybe yes, an anime. I absolutely loved Ultraman Rising. I thought it was great. It was cute. Maybe there's some like mommy tones like to it. I mean that because like Autumn loved it, and it was fun watching her enjoy something like that.
Totally agree. Ultraman Rising was definitely a very fun movie to watch together as the family. For me, my honorable mention that didn't quite make the list, it's not that it would have been in my 11th spot. It doesn't have a meaningful spot with Autumn, but I feel like Elusive Samurai just has not gotten the recognition that it deserved from 2024. So, and I find out that it didn't quite make my list here, and I'm kind of like, I need to put Elusive Samurai on this list so people don't forget it. Artwork, amazing. Like, seriously, guys, if you haven't seen it by now, look at it. All right, Sarah, going to your number 10. What was your number 10 on the list for seasons 2 and 3?
I'm going to do another movie. I really enjoyed the heck out of Summer Wars. It surprised me, to be honest, because if you look at the cover and if you just hear the name, because that's all I had going into it, I did not expect the level of depth that I got, to be honest.
Summer Wars definitely caught you off guard. It didn't quite make my list, but again, man, there were so many great anime and anime movies that we did in seasons 2 and 3. We pulled from 27 different shows total, and really, it was we had some great ones that didn't even make the cut.
Yeah.
But you'll definitely have to look through, and yeah. So my number 10 spot is going to the one, the only, the vending machine that fills people with hatred of the show for some reason because it got renewed to a season 2, and maybe your favorite one didn't. But I enjoyed Reincarnated as a Vending Machine. Now I Wander the Dungeon, and I love me some Boxo.
It was good. It was
haters
good.
Gonna hate. This might not have made the list if I didn't read all the hate responses to season 2. But you know what? There you go. Shove it.
I mean, it was good. It was very fun.
I think it was the most fun anime that we watched. Yes, it's crappy as anything. It's not a good anime. But it was fun. And you know what? Sometimes it's not about how well it's written or how great the art was. It was fun.
It was
and
very
I will
fun.
stand by it. All right, what was your number 9?
I'm going to jump it much more serious right now and go Bartender Glass of God.
Ooh, okay.
And I know that's probably much higher on the list for you.
Yes, it is.
We have difference of opinions, whatever it is, but Bartender Glass of God was fantastic. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to let you expand on that one because I know that you like that one a lot more.
Okay, and coming in at my 9th position is another very heartwarming one. A little less serious, but a lot more heartwarming. Well, actually, no, it's pretty serious as a whole. And Totoro. My Neighbor Totoro. It was absolutely beautiful. It was fun to watch with Autumn.
It was so cute.
And it just, whether you're going through the themes of sisterhood that two girls share together, or the themes with the mom, or just the coming of age aspect of it with the magic and the spirits and Totoro himself, it was just beautifully scripted and everything I want from a heartwarming special.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and if you like what you're hearing so far, remember to check us out on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. All right, Sarah, you put a fun one on the list next, didn't you?
Yes. I may be a guild receptionist, but I will solo the boss. That's a fun long name. But I will solo the boss to clock out on time.
I may be a guild receptionist, but I will solo any boss to clock out on time.
Thank you. It was so fun. Oh my gosh. And like, as someone who...
So you put on a crappy fun one too.
I was not crappy. As someone who works in a retail environment with lots of customer service, I just...
resonated
so hard. It was really good. I hope you guys do try to watch that one. It's very fun. It's very enjoyable. The fight scenes are really cool.
It didn't make my list because I already had Boxo on, and I wasn't going to put on two of at least slightly lower quality
wonderful,
super fun
amazing
ones. But like at the same time, I was always going to put a guilty pleasure on the list, and Boxo just barely edged that one out for me.
That's fair.
So next up for me, this one kind of really, the next two really kind of surprised me that I ended up putting them on, especially with what I left off. But I really enjoyed doing that Kuroko's Basketball, the movie.
That was good.
Like, getting the appropriate balance of action anime and sports movie really just kind of shocked me, because this movie blended those two like genres, those two typings so well, to where it actually made it a good movie, in my opinion. Crazy, right?
No, it's not too crazy.
So, and I'm just going to go next on this one because, I gave you three, and then I'll take three.
Okay,
so
you can do whatever.
Yeah, so I'll go first on these ones. I got a romance on here, and it's not the sign of affection that I talked up so much during the course of many different episodes, but honestly, there's one reason, and one reason only, why I put Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian on this list, and that is because greatest anime boss of all time is Yuki Shuo. And if you don't agree, that's okay, but you have to at least find out. You have to at least learn about Yuki.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave that there. So I'm giving off some really strong final boss vibes, eh, hun?
Yeah, I definitely are.
Oh man. So Alya Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian for my 7 spot. What was your number 7 spot, Sarah?
I feel like I'm gonna get some hate for this one being so low on my list, but at least it made my list as opposed to yours.
Oh wow! Yeah, no, we did this one an Attack on Titan a disservice with these lists, but they're not necessarily our thing. But okay, go for it.
Okay, I put dandadan here, and listen, it was up much higher in the list for a while there, but this whole season was crazy with the ones we did. And dandadan deserved to be on the list, hands down. It's great. It's weird in such a good way, and yes, it needs to be on the list. That's where I put it on my list. No disrespect to dandadan, but that's where it is on my list.
Any reason why you had 3 anime hurdle it that you put on your best anime of 2024 list?
I mean, I guess my feelings just changed a little over time. Some of those I got like a slight bit of a rewatch to, and I appreciated them more, I guess.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. I mean, people's taste are allowed to change as they continue to experience new things and continue to rewatch old things, right?
Yeah.
All right. So next up for me, I did this special with Rusty, so I guess it wasn't eligible for you because you haven't seen this one yet.
That's fair.
But Sakamoto Days kind of just really stuck out really well in there. I think we have a soft spot for the hardworking guy, or I have a soft spot for the big guy,
Definitely.
or the family man, like when a little child's involved. But Sakamoto Days, I'm really looking forward to July when part 2 of the first season comes out. I really think Taro Sakamoto is an amazing anime character and an early frontrunner for someone who I'm going to vote for best anime character for the 2026 Crunchyroll Awards. So Taro Sakamoto really made the show for me, and the way he built the family, honestly, I like it. So Sakamoto Days comes in the 6th spot for me. How about for you, hon?
I put Go-Go Loser Ranger on there.
Oh, D.
Love D. Oh my gosh. This was one of those I had to pretty much do like a slight second rewatch to, just to make sure like I really got everything. And on that second rewatch, I fell in love with D all over again.
Oh my goodness, and you learn so much. There's so much hidden depth in that show, too.
It really is.
The fact that it got shut out on nominations for 2024 is astounding.
Crazy.
100% agree. It was a casualty of my list. There are so many great ones.
So many good ones. Oh my goodness.
I could have easily ranked my top 20 and not felt like I was putting on anything that I didn't really enjoy.
Fair. It was fantastic. I loved it.
Awesome. All right, to go into our top 5, I am leading it off with Kaiju number 8.
Very nice.
So this is about where I've been ranking it all along. I know I gave it a lot of votes when we did the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, but at the same point in time, there are aspects I love of it, and the aspects I love of it, great, absolutely wonderful. Kafka is the everyman. Kafka resonates with me more than any other everyman released because, I'm someone who will go to the humor first when I'm feeling my age or whatnot, and with the determination and the drive and everything. Like Kafka, like I said before, is one of my favorite anime characters of all time. He made the show for me, and the supporting cast was great too. All right, what clocks in at your 5th spot, Sarah?
Sign of Affection.
Okay.
And I know there's this hashtag toxic Isumi or whatever it is.
Yeah, screw them.
That's baloney, guys. Come on. If you watch the show
Itsuyomi's
as
not
intended,
toxic.
he's not at all toxic, and it's a great, heartwarming story.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's a little less of a realistic romance, compared to some of the ones we saw this season. But at the same time, I can very much appreciate it too. It was tough keeping that one off this list. All right. Hey, hit us with your number 4 too, Sarah.
Well, your number 4 is my number 4.
Wait, we share the same number 4?
We do.
Oh my goodness! Together, 1, 2, 3. Yurionice. Wow. Okay, so why did you put Yuri on the list?
I mean, it was great. It was great watching Yuri grow from the more hesitant skater to just kind of embrace everything.
I really felt like I was watching a true story.
Yeah.
Every character was done perfectly. There wasn't a wasted scene whatsoever.
No filler
From
episodes.
start to finish, everything was important, and everything was done with the same quality as the most important part.
Yeah.
So,
That's
and
a really
I
good
can
point.
really appreciate that. Unlike everything else so far, it's not going to need a season 2. Hit us with your number 3, Sarah.
I put Kaiju number 8 here.
Okay. Give us a little bit of why Kaiju number 8 is coming here.
So the big thing for this one is, besides the fact that it was a great story, great, well done, excellent artwork, put together amazing, was the fact that, you know me, I like my ships to sail, and this ship was there from the very, very beginning. Even though Hina and Kafka weren't in a position to really acknowledge each other quite yet, they still carried that love in their hearts, even though they couldn't really say it to each other due to the fact that they both branched off different directions. Now they're kind of in the same area. I love the fact that that they still like each other, that they're still each other's crushes. And I know it's such an insignificant part, but I really appreciated that.
You know what? Honestly, Kaiju does combine a lot, and I can see why you would really appreciate that part of it. All right, moving on to my number 3. I've said this a few times during the course of recording this episode. I don't watch enough good movies.
Yeah, I hear that.
I'm used to watching more. Not saying that something like Shrek isn't a great movie, 100%. But my movie taste goes more towards comedy and watching family-friendly stuff with my family, and I enjoy that. But this one, when watching Your Name, it was kind of wow, it just hit everywhere perfectly. The surprise twist, when you get to the surprise twist and you realize that's how everything makes sense, knowing that something was off up until that point in time, and the fact that they hit you with those multiple surprise twists during it, it's not just, they're not just swapping bodies to live each other's lives in different places, they're swapping to live each other's lives in different times. And it could have ended so many different ways, and the way it ended was just so beautiful and poetic. And honestly, I'm still, even now, I'm still floored, flabbergasted, whatever you want to call it, by how well it wove in and out, including a supernatural element when you thought it was just purely slice of life, and then doing it again later on, and making it all make sense and just bringing some real depth to what was a heartwarming story. Your Name is an absolute must-watch, and that clocks in at number 3 on my list. Sarah, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Apothecary Diaries. It's so well put together. The artwork's great, and it's nice when you have good artwork with everything. The storyline is so intriguing, and how she's solving all these different, cases, basically. It was so well done. I'm excited to see more of it. I want to see more of it right now, but can't.
You can. We haven't started season 2 yet, but season 2 is in its second part already. Yeah, no.
I'm already way behind at this point, apparently. We're gonna have to watch more of it then.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It was great. It was Mao Mao's a great character. She's an interesting character. There's not many shows you'll have when someone likes tasting poison. It's kind of weird like that.
Clocking in at my number 2 spot is Bartender Glass of God.
Mm-hmm.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. I have not seen 4 consecutive anime episodes as good as the final 4 episodes of season 1.
It was fantastic.
Full range of emotions. Sasakura is everything he needs to be throughout the course of the series. That played a lot more like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
You see him help people, all different walks of life, on the brink with all different sorts of struggles that they're facing, and you just see him use his skills of observation, his intricate knowledge, and his sound wisdom to bring healing to each and every single one he encounters. He doesn't hog the glory. He doesn't claim the glory as his. He defers to other people when they need to be, and ultimately, he allows the healing to be brought to him. Great character. The final 4 episodes were a masterpiece, just like Your Name was.
Mm-hmm.
And reason why I put it higher than Your Name, despite the fact that, one, I think it's the final 4 versus the full movie, I feel like parts of it resonated more with me, despite the fact that it's not my scene at all. All right. But before we get to our number 1s on each Stutz list, let's give you a little bit of a preview of Season 4 that will be coming at you. Season 4 will be leading off with an episode that you'll be hearing from the 2 of us next week,
Yay.
Shangri-La Frontier.
Yay.
So that's a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to that. We're going to have several guest hosts through the course of the season. The Binbuster is going to be a part of the show. Yes, that's right. The ad that we play at the end, the Binbuster, he will be joining me for Princess Mononoke on the show. We'll be covering 2025's Netflix original Moonrise, and going on the list, there's a lot of great ones that we'll be doing. Anything that really jumps out at you when we're looking at this, I know that you were really looking forward to do Ranking of Kings with me.
Oh my gosh, Ranking of Kings.
So we're going to have
so
Ranking of Kings coming towards the end of the season. I'll have another guest host, Lord Shenanagamer, coming on to be doing the new Devil May Cry anime with me. What are some of the ones that you're looking forward to the most off of this list, Sarah?
I mean, I absolutely love Shield Hero, so I'm looking forward to that. Ranking of Kings, don't sleep on that one. I'm going to say that right now. We haven't even finished it, and I'm so in love with that one. It's so good.
Yeah, during this 4th season, we'll be doing plenty of 2025 releases, so look out for many different ones that are being talked about. Some of them are subject to change, but we don't have My Hero Academia Vigilantes in yet, or How to Be Hero X, but I'm sure that there's a chance that they will be flexed in at some point in time during the course of the season. And maybe that bureaucrat, the villainous, will stay. So, honestly, there's a lot that we're looking forward to. We have the season built, and we have flex options standing by to look at, but we will be hitting Studio Ghibli again. We will be hitting the same studio that did Your Name again for some of the movie selections, and we'll be going back to some of the 90s thriller stuff in this one, so potentially hitting both Ninja Scroll and Venus Wars.
Oh, fun.
So I have to make sure that it's in lines with what I want to do with the podcast, because I told myself I don't want to cover any show that I'm not willing to watch with my daughter at the age of 17. So, but at the same time, I'm like, there's some level of flexibility, as you can see by some of the stuff we've already let in. All right, Sarah, let's dive back into our number 1 of the 2nd and 3rd seasons. And remember, if you like what you heard today, check us out on social media. Like, subscribe, and follow. Our number 1, your number 1 of the 2nd and 3rd seasons. What was it, Sarah?
My number 1, honestly, was Your Name. It was so fantastic. Oh my gosh. So I love it when I don't know what's going on. And then when it's finally revealed what's actually happening, it actually makes sense. Sometimes shows do that, and it's still, I guess that makes sense. Everything just snapped into place perfectly. And then it went from that to the, pounding heart of, oh my gosh, is it going to end happy? How's this going to end?
It didn't need to end happy, though.
It didn't necessarily, but like the whole my heart was in my throat with like, oh my gosh, how's this gonna end? I could not take my eyes off the TV. It was so incredible. Even when we were watching it, Autumn ends up coming downstairs during like a very pivotal moment, and like I can't even focus on that and like trying to like be like, Autumn, you okay with watching this? I was just watching the TV, and I needed to know what happened, and I haven't felt that way with most of the stuff we watch. Yeah, I want to know what happens, but this, I needed to know what happened.
Man, after hearing you say that again, I feel like maybe I should have bumped it up a little higher. But I'll stand with my list where I put it. My number one, it's our top three, both with the exception of one of them, both made each other's top three. My number one was Apothecary Diaries. Mau Mau is an excellently crafted character. She is, like, honestly, she might be my favorite female character of 2024. One of my favorite female anime leads of all time. Nice. I have to see a little bit more, but I really appreciate her very stoic attitude, her very thoughtful process, the fact that she catches details. She's like a little masochistic Sherlock Holmes.
You're not wrong.
I'm not, like, tell me where I'm wrong. Like,
you're not wrong.
Borderline, like, the things that she finds humor in that make her smile and laugh. The few times she does smile and laugh, they always just very catch you off guard.
Oh, it's funny.
And they make you feel kind of creeped out or even a little cringed. But I thought that was amazing with that character, to be completely honest. And the fact that they have the individual, yes, there is a greater plot that is being developed throughout the whole thing, but the fact that they have these individual mysteries on the episodic level, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm kind of like, this feels like watching, like, I watched like old Sherlock Holmes back in the day, and like I really appreciated the character. So I really have always enjoyed mystery, and there's reasons I haven't been exposed to enough anime mysteries, and I'm going to be seeing more as a result of this, but I love the way that it was done, and I just think that the added balance of all the other characters, you get the lighter moments, you get some of the funnier moments, but really when it comes down to it, the storytelling on the episode level and Mau Mau just make this. But yeah, that's where we are. And anything final to close us out, Sarah, to wrap up this seasons 2 and 3 of Exploring Anime with Friends?
I'm going to pull a LeVar Burton and say, you don't have to take our word for it. If anyone gets the reference, I love you. Watch it. Just anyone who we mentioned, we loved. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to love it. Everyone's different. But these are the ones that we felt deserved like a nice, awesome shout out because of we love them so much. And we really hope you guys do too.
We went with the ones that we loved and appreciate the most because we're hoping that, most people who are going to listen to this episode, we're hoping that you're listening to a previous episode to learn a little bit about us and our styles. And it's like, I have a tendency to like things that J-Mill likes, or I have a tendency to like things that Sarah likes. So therefore, I'm going to try out these that they recommend that I haven't seen. Like, it would have been so easy to just recommend Attack on Titan because we're not disputing that Attack on Titan was probably the best thing on this list. Yet somehow didn't make either of ours as far as favorites go. But it's not something that you need to be reminded exists, in my opinion. Not that a lot of these were ones that you need to be reminded exist, but once again, these were our top 10 favorites of what we did for seasons 2 and 3. And honestly, let us know what your top 10 favorites are. Give us your top 10 favorite of seasons 2 and 3, or just your top 5 of what we covered today. All right? I look forward to interacting with you. So once again, we went over our top 10 favorites of seasons 2 and 3 from Exploring Anime with Friends, giving a little more detail as we went on, getting down to our top ones of Your Name and Apothecary Diaries, and we gave you a little sneak peek of what we will be doing in Exploring Anime with Friends Season 4. So if you like what you heard today, make sure you listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you stream your podcast. Listen to all of our J-Mill for Real podcasts. And hit us up on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. Once again, this was Exploring Anime with Friends. Let's explore together. And now for a word from our sponsors. Binbuster. Live from YouTube, it's Tuesday night, the call sign of the Binbuster YouTube channel. Once you hear this, you know you're about to embark on a journey through pop culture, movies, comics, and more. Buckle up and enjoy the ride every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. EST. Poppin' Cinema with Joe Mama and friends. Showcasing the power of cinema, join Joe Mama as he introduces different friends each week to a movie they have not seen before, popping their cinematic cherry as they talk about the movie they just watched every Tuesday at midnight.